All-star guard Tyler Herro will not travel with the Miami Heat for their 5-game West Coast road trip due to a right rib contusion, the team announced Sunday ahead of Monday's MLK Day clash against the Golden State Warriors. According to Heat beat writer Ira Winderman, Herro will stay back in Miami and undergo an MRI on his ribs. The 5-game road trip also includes games against the Sacramento Kings, Portland Trail Blazers, Utah Jazz, and Phoenix Suns within the span of a week. The proximity of 5 games in 7 days likely suggests that Herro will be unable to join his teammates even if the MRI on his rib contusion doesn't indicate a serious injury. Tyler Herro injury news. The oft-injured Herro has missed 31 of the Heat's first 42 games thus far, including the first 17, due to the ankle surgery he underwent in the offseason. Herro has since missed another 14 games due to a toe contusion, while also sitting out back-to-backs. While Herro had a career year in 2024-25, making his first All-Star team for averaging 23.9 points and 5.5 assists, he routinely missed time with injuries through the first 5 seasons of his career. In 2023-24, he missed 40 regular season games with recurring knee and foot injuries, a year after skipping the Heat's run to the 2023 NBA Finals after breaking his right hand. In the lead-up to the 2023 playoffs, he also missed 18 consecutive games with a shoulder injury. All in all, Herro has missed a noteworthy 135 regular season games and another 25 postseason games since entering the league in 2019-20. Heat upset the Thunder. Herro likely sustained his latest rib injury during last Thursday's 119-114 loss to the Boston Celtics, following which he sat out Sunday's win over the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Heat responded in a big way without Herro as they upset the reigning NBA champions 122-120 in a nail-biting game that went down to the wire. Bam Adebayo, 30 points, 12 rebounds, led the way, while Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins, and Pelle Larsson combined for 50 points in the upset victory. Adebayo, who's faced a lot of criticism for being unable to fit into the Heat's new pace and space system, called out his detractors after Sunday's win. "I don't care about what anybody says about me offensively," Adebayo said. "They're going to move the goalposts for me every night. I don't shoot enough. I'm not being aggressive, shooting too much. It's the wrong shot diet. So my teammates, my coaching staff, they know what I'm capable of. Obviously, every shot that I take, I work on all the time, and SPO Spoelstra knows that. SPO sees it." The Heat, 22-20, are heavy -6.5-point underdogs entering Monday's MLK Day clash against the red-hot Golden State Warriors, 24-19, who've won 6 of their last 8 games, including 3 in a row. The onus will once again be on Adebayo and Powell to lead the way in the absence of Herro, who averaged 21.9 points before his injury. The Golden State Warriors paid tribute to Andrew Wiggins in his first game back at the Chase Center since getting traded to the Miami Heat last season. Wiggins received a warm welcome from Warriors fans who appreciated his contributions to the franchise. In the pre-game introduction, Wiggins and his infectious smile lit up the Chase Center. The Warriors then showed a nearly 3-minute tribute video dedicated to the one-time All-Star's career in Golden State. The Warriors acquired Wiggins midway through the 2019-20 NBA season from the Minnesota Timberwolves in exchange for D'Angelo Russell, Jacob Evans, Omari Spellman, a first-round pick, and a second-round pick. While he's no longer the first or second option in Golden State, Wiggins had his most consistent seasons with the Warriors. His best came during the 2021-22 season, becoming an All-Star for the first time and helping the franchise win its 4th NBA championship in 8 years. Golden State parted ways with the former number 1 pick at last season's trade deadline. The Warriors sent him to Miami to acquire Jimmy Butler as part of a 5-team trade. Wiggins shares thoughts on his Bay Area return. In his first game back at the Chase Center, Andrew Wiggins had 18 points and 5 rebounds in 27 minutes. The Miami Heat just couldn't stop the Golden State Warriors' offensive onslaught on Monday night, with a final score of 135-112. Speaking to reporters after the game, Wiggins was asked about the warm reception from Warriors fans. He had nothing but love and appreciation for his time there, and he'll cherish the moment he had for the rest of his career. "It was a great tribute. Definitely meant a lot to see all the love in the building. all the excitement, all the old faces, and everything that comes with it. But it was great. This is a game, a moment I'll cherish, Wiggins said. Wiggins' best moments as a Warrior were during the 2022 NBA Finals. He was clearly the team's second-best player behind Steph Curry, guarding Jason Tatum on the other end of the floor. He was making the right plays and was one of the main reasons why they beat the favored Boston Celtics in 6 games. Coach Steve Kerr shows love to Wiggins. In his post-game press conference, Warriors coach Steve Kerr had a lot of kind words for Andrew Wiggins. Kerr called it sad that Wiggins is no longer in Golden State, but that's just how the nature of the NBA works most of the time. Wiggs is just such a great human being and beloved in our locker room. Had so much success here and helped us turn things around from that 2-year stretch when we didn't make the playoffs. He was just a joy to coach every single day, Kerr said via ESPN. Due to their struggles last season, the Warriors had no other choice but to get a player like Jimmy Butler. It was a success in a way for Golden State, since they made it to the Western Conference semifinals as the number 7 seed. As for Wiggins in Miami, he's averaging 15.8 points for 0.9 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 1.2 steals, and 1.0 blocks per game. ESPN's Tim Bontemps recently stated that he doesn't believe the Miami Heat or Milwaukee Bucks will be trading for Ja Morant during an appearance on the Hoops Collective podcast. Those comments have swung the door wide open for the New Orleans Pelicans to make a move for the multi-time All-Star. At one point, Miami was viewed as the landing spot for Morant. With the Heat in need of a true star and his value perceived to be low, it made sense. For the Bucks, getting Morant would have been a way to convince Giannis Antetokounmpo to stay. But now with these two big suitors stepping back, what's stopping Joe Dumars and the Pelicans from trading for Morant? A risk worth taking. When you're a small market team or a non-ideal free agent destination, the best way to build your team is through the draft, and when you are limited on draft picks, the next best option is via trades. In the Pelicans' case, they are more of the latter than the former, as the Atlanta Hawks own the Pelicans' 2026 first-round pick. We just saw the Toronto Raptors last season take advantage of a buy low opportunity with the Pelicans in trading expiring salary and a protected pick for Brandon Ingram. Look how that's paid off for them. After being the 11th seed last season, they are now 4th in the East. Sure, the asking price may be a little higher for Morant than Ingram, but at the same time, they're also different realms of players. At his peak, Morant was arguably a top 10 player in the league during his second and third seasons in the league. He's the type of guy who, when fully bought in, can help a franchise do a full 180, which is something the Pelicans desperately need with a 10-35 record. That top 10 player version of Morant we also just saw during his return Sunday afternoon. He carried Memphis to a 17-point blowout win in London over Orlando, had 24 points, 5 rebounds, 13 assists, banged 3 of his 4 threes, and finished the game with a 65.4 effective field goal percentage. Sure, for a while, trading for Morant seemed like a major risk, but after the performance he just had during the Grizzlies game against the Magic, I'm fully bought in. With 2 major suitors appearing to fall out of the running, it feels like a sign from the basketball gods that the time is now for the Pelicans to pull the trigger on a deal for Morant.